Since Hurricane Helene tore the southeast, leaving over 100 lives lost and countless communities shattered, another storm, Hurricane Milton, came down hard, hitting the same region. We keep hearing that these storms are unprecedented, but there's nothing unpredictable about it. Climate change is intensifying storms and turning up the heat, while a system focused on profits over people leaves entire communities in the dust.
Hey, my name is Lydia. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't worry, so am I. From March to June of 2024, I traveled across the country with my dog Mija, and we shared snippets of those adventures on her channel called Living La Vida Mija. You can check it out here. But on this channel, I'm sharing stories from the road, my point of view of van life, well in this case, SUV life as I travel in a 2024 Kia Seltos. But my intention here is to focus on the people and places that inspire hope. I want this place to spark conversations about reimagining our economy as a bridge between our pressing issues, from climate justice to workers' rights, education, food sovereignty, and housing. I want this to be a place where we can imagine a different world is possible, because it is, and it's happening now. So that's why I'm here, because I want to spotlight the people and places working towards a just transition, transitioning us away from extractive systems that were never built for us and towards a life of sustainability and equity that is built for us, by us. Because even throughout all of this destruction, there are helpers, and their stories matter because they inspire us and they show us that we can build something different, something better together. So I'm going to be dropping some links in the description that you can check out amazing organizations that are doing the recovery work and find out ways that you can get involved. This is more than just a hurricane. It's about fighting the systems that created this mess in the first place. Now let's get into the rest of the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're into this kind of content. It really supports the channel, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Back in March, when I first set out on my journey living in my car, I traveled these mountains on my way across the country from Palm Springs to New York and Maine. Everything is gonna be fine. Clearing branches from the road after a smaller storm felt just like a part of the adventure. It seemed to go this way. I don't know how. We wanted to take the scenic route. And now here we are. Everything's fine, Mija. Everything is gonna be just fine. But now those same roads are swallowed by floods. Asheville, Pigeon Forge, and parts of the Appalachian Trail, places I once passed through and shared stories from, are drowning, and they may never look the same again. I stopped by the Appalachian Station, a hostel where hikers find shelter in rough weather. We survived the treacherous road. Ended up at you can't see the sign. The station at 19 East, craft beer, music, food, hostel. We went down and had 3 beers, and I have a headache now. I cannot drink at all. Oh, Mija, was he part of the video? The owner said it was a place to gather and take refuge, but now I can't help but wonder, are they okay? The very places that provided safety may now be the ones who
Wash
need
out more.
support.
We done lost our dumpster down into the creek somewhere. Quite the torrent flowing. Got the neighbor out here surveying and doing video. I think we need us a news crew come and look at it. Hopefully we can get some kind of state help to get this repaired, because it is going to be a disaster. We had a landslide across the road. That's done been cleaned up by the Tennessee Department of Transportation. They were out here earlier working on it for about an hour and a half, but they expect more to come on down anytime. It's a big old cliff right there. Roan Mountain, which is 5 miles down the road, understands getting a lot of flooding. Power's out. They're evacuating people. They have the school open for shelter for those that need it. We're surviving right here for now. We got hikers out on the trail somewhere, and there's a big old fallen tree leaning up against the back of their car, was washed up against it.
That parking lot, that's where I camped, and now it's just
We'll
gone.
do some more updates later on. Everyone be safe out there.
She's been a good guard dog. Guard dog. I'm so freaked.
I'm done looking at these systems for answers. They're built to thrive off of chaos and profit from our pain. But I believe in people, I believe in communities, and I believe in mutual aid. Because in every disaster, it's the community that steps up, the volunteers, the neighbors, the local organizers that don't ask permission to help. They just get in there.
Just trying to get to Greensboro, trying to take the scenic route. On my way to Greensboro, taking the scenic route, getting to see all these homes, all these little log cabins. That's probably why they call it Log Cabin Lane. Over that one.
We cannot pretend that it isn't all connected. Climate change, fossil fuel industry, endless militarization, it's all tangled up. Every dollar funneled to war, every subsidy handed to fossil fuel giants, that's money stolen from our communities. Mountains are blown apart for coal, lands are poisoned by oil spills, hurricanes are ripping through towns. All of this is consequences of a system that's reckless and extractive by design. It's heartbreaking knowing that places I traveled through just months ago are now forever changed by the water that has passed through it.
The climate crisis isn't some distant threat. It's happening right here, right now. And if we want to create real change, we cannot wait for the government who puts profit over people. Instead, let's lean on the only thing that we know truly works: community care. Communities along the Appalachia have been practicing mutual aid and radical care long before those terms became popular. Here are just a few queer, Black, and Indigenous-led groups, autonomous self-organized groups, and communities that are stepping up and helping folks survive and rebuild.
More than just a bookstore, Firestorm is a queer and trans-led community hub in Asheville dedicated to radical education, mutual aid, and providing essential supplies in times of disaster. Firestorm is part of a long tradition of local organizing. Beloved Asheville. is a BIPOC-led nonprofit transforming community aid across Asheville. They're delivering food, water, and other essentials, particularly to those most often overlooked by traditional aid. From supporting immigrant families to organizing housing and healthcare initiatives, Beloved Asheville embodies solidarity in action. Following Hurricane Helene, Pansy Collective is a group that has mobilized queer and trans folks across the region to deliver water, food, and medical supplies to anyone who needs it. Queer Appalachians understand the reality of being marginalized, and these efforts are as much about survival as they are about building deep-rooted networks of trust and care. Mutual Aid Disaster Relief, MADR, is a nationwide network that includes activists from across the Appalachia and organizes supplies, training, and direct support for communities hit hardest by climate disaster. They work alongside Indigenous, Black, and other people of color, LGBTQ communities to ensure that grassroots care reaches everyone.
Now, these are not just organizations, they are the backbone and the definition of community care, showing us that we can survive and thrive even when the systems built eventually let us down. So supporting groups like this should not be considered charity. It is a commitment to a future, a just future, built on a foundation of compassion and solidarity. As always, we take care of us. That's where our real power lies. As I reflect on these images of Appalachia and Asheville and the incredible spirit of community that I witnessed there, I am reminded of how powerful we can be when we show up for one another. This journey is more than just a road trip. It is a testament to what mutual aid and community care can look like on the ground. I've been leaning deeply into that support myself. Finding strength in the solidarity economy and collective care, that's what's been holding me through my time of transition. I'll be back soon, sharing more stories of the road and places and the people that embody this work. Until then, thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and thank you for believing a different kind of world is possible. Thank you for believing that with me. If you were moved to be part of this journey, please subscribe and stay tuned for the next video out of my car. Together, we take care of us, no matter where the road may take us next.